Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. You guys like the paintings, right? So I had a great idea. Let's do more paintings. So come with me and we'll get in there and I'll show you guys how I did some of my paintings. Let's go do some paintings. Alright, so we're in the art area for the artist paintings that I like to do. This one turned out great. I did this the other night and as you can see it has some really good cells up in here. There's some good circles here, you can see them. That's from the oil that I use. I'll show you guys how I make these paintings if you want to stick around. Be my guest, stick around then, and I'll show you some of my paintings and how to actually make them. Okay, so this is a very relaxing and pleasurable situation I find myself in doing the paintings. So here, look at this one. This one turned out fantastic. Up close you can see these little circles and the details. It actually looks like bone marrow if you think about it. It is bone marrow, isn't it? Up here a little bit, very bone marrowy. But it does look like mountains actually. It kind of has this mountain look. Let's have a look over here, shall we? Here's another one I did the other night as well. Last night, I think. This one turned out pretty nice. No, this was 2 nights ago. This one turned out pretty impressive. There's a lot of gold and a lot of copper in there as well, which turned out pretty nice. Pretty nice, if I don't say so myself, which I did, didn't I? Well, look at those patterns there too. That's actually because I dropped the painting on the floor at one point, and I got a few extra patterns. No joke, but I fixed it. This is one I painted by hand. It takes a lot longer, these ones here. A lot harder to do that's with oil paints, this one here. But the other ones are acrylic paints. I also use a flow medium called Floetrol, and I mix it in with the paints. Okay, so, whoa, what are you doing in my art studio? Isn't she lovely? Isn't she lovely? She's my beautiful cat, man. She breaks my heart. I just look at her and I cry sometimes. Tears of drops. Look at these drops. These are oil, silicon drops, okay? So if you want to get these great circles in my paintings, in your paintings, not my paintings, put some of these drops in. This is silicon oil. You can get it in any hardware store. You can just get your own oil. Silicon oil, not food oil. And look at the colors here I'm using. Some purples and blues. And I'm just putting a couple of drops of this oil in. So it's 1 part acrylic paint and 2 parts Floetrol, which you can get Floetrol from any hardware store as well. Floetrol is basically water and PVA glue type deal, just to water down the paint, so you get a nice consistency like this. See how it's not too runny and not too thick. So these are called poor paints. This is for poor people. And this is what no, it's actually a very expensive thing to do. It costs a fortune to do this. It's an addiction. Just look how many paints you got to use to get this effect, but the effect is totally worth it in the end. So watering it down saves some money. It saves the cost there, and also makes it a perfect. You'll see why, because I stretch it along the canvas, and the paint needs to be quite runny for this to get this effect. So this cup I'm filling up with white, and that's going to be for the backdrop in the canvas. Now we're going to get the colors. So I'm going to use about 5 or 6 different cups of 6 different colors, and we're just going to chuck it all on the canvas basically. Okay, well that white's pretty good. So this is the canvas I'll be using, and here are the colors here. I've got gold, a bit of silver here, and all different colors. I like the colors. Okay, so I'm actually going to pour a bit of color on all the corners here. You'll see why in a minute, because I'm going to make a mess here. It'll help the painting flow across the canvas. So this is a nice color here. Not sure what to quite to call it. I think it's just more of a shitty green with a little bit of bluey green, turquoise style. It's actually quite nice. Yeah, I will call it turquoise. I have no idea. Alright, so here we go with the blue, and then I'm going to pour in another color on top of that color, which is dark blue, Then I'm going to pour a bit of pink on the top of that one, which is pink, and then gold, and now I'm pouring in the purple. I'm also pouring in the pink. All different colors, see? And I'm just going to keep repeating that over and over again, the same colors, and just fill up. I'm going to fill up that cup. I'm going to fill up the cup. There we go. Look at that. So it's kind of like a rainbow effect in there. Okay, now I'm going to put down the white. This is the white cup that I prepared a little earlier. It was prepared for you. I've always wanted to say. Anyway, here we go. We got it's a lot of paint, guys, I know. But we do have to spread it across the canvas. You don't want the paint to get stuck on the dry parts when I tilt the canvas to get the flow. I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so that's pretty damn good. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna pour the colors. I'm just gonna pour the colors. Just gonna pour it in black. There we go. So I just basically poured it out. You can see some patterns in there. I'm gonna heat it up with a blowtorch, and you'll see these little dots come through, and that's cool. To make those dots a bit bigger, we're gonna spread them out, and as you can see, I'm like stretching out the paint across the canvas. That's what I like to do. If you want to chat about the Floetrol and about cells and paints, well, let me know in the comments section, and I'll read them and respond. I always do so. Okay, I'm going to stop a little bit. You don't want to burn a hole through the canvas, but basically this is to get rid of air bubbles. Also, it's to bring out the oil that we dropped in earlier, so that makes these cool little circle blobs. So you can see in the center the pattern's getting a little bigger now. I'm just going to stretch that pattern right across the entire canvas, and then I'm going to show you a quick cut to how it looks, so you'll be surprised. Ready? And let's go to the quick cut. So see these patterns on my hands? Now it's all on the canvas. Check this out. Ta-da! So after it has stretched out and dried a little bit, I burnt it a little more, getting those little white bubbles to come out. And look at those! Look at those! Bubbles. So those cells came out really nice, as you can see. I like the purple and the greens together like that. The turquoise came out pretty good. I had a bit left over and I had a white dot here, so I just poured over some more there and I fixed it. Yeah, it looks really, really good. Let's do another one! Alright, so I filled up another cup full of paint, and man, this is so addictive, because you never know what you're gonna get. You never know. And it's like nature's painting what it wants to paint for me. So I've seen birds, you guys, I've seen dragonflies, I've seen some crazy stuff out there, I've seen painting people. I've seen lots of painting people out there painting, and oh my god, look at this one. This turned out a little different. I've used balloons to get these effects. I'll show you in a minute. Let's get some more balloon action. Pop. As you can see, the balloons give these cool dandelion effects. So this one's called Dandy, and I like this painting now. I was going to throw it out and not film it, but you know what? Waste not, want not to paint some more, and I made it look good. It looks a bit better anyway. So you're not always going to get a good painting with this technique, though. Sometimes I'll make them good. You never know. You just have to wait. Alright, let's do another one. Alright, so this time we're using gold, bronze, dark navy blue, and we're going to use some pink. So let's get excited. This is so exciting, guys. I love doing the painting. I love artists' paints. Alright, so this time I'm going to pour the Floetrol and the white paint. It's half and half. That's how I get it nice. For the white backdrop. Oh. So let's see what happens with the bronze. Very curious. I think my white paint's a little too runny. You can see the paint's kind of glunking underneath. It's not supposed to be like that. If it's a little thicker, you'd get more patterns like this. Ready? You'll see it pop out any second. Right. Wait, here we go. There we go. Look at those patterns coming up there. We would have got more of that if I had the right consistency. But anyway, we'll make it look good again. I'll stretch it out across the canvas. And, well, that looks like a fern or a tree. Yeah, and it definitely looks like a tree stump. I know. And so here we go. I've now I've stretched this out across the canvas, as you can see, and it's starting to bring up some amazing silver. That's silver, by the way, if you can see that in the camera. What the get out of there! I'm sorry, madam, but this isn't your personal shower. Isn't she cute? My heart breaks every time I look at her. One time, I just looked at her from across the hall, and I just started crying. I said, you shouldn't exist here. This place isn't for you. You're too beautiful. You're too perfect. She's my little girl, guys. Look at her tail. It's a fan tail. It's like fan tail me. Yeah, it's cute. It's so cute. Okay, so we got some more paintings. This is kind of how it turned out here. Not the best, but not the worst, because I can fix this. All I have to do is move it around a little, bring out some more detail here. Let's go close. You'll see these silver kind of cells developing here, which look pretty good. It's not bad. It'll look good on a wall. It'll look good from a distance. I know, look closer. I don't know. What do you think? What do you guys think? Am I just making a mess, or is this something we can hang up in someone's wall? You let me know. I don't know. Sometimes you just don't know. I look at it too long, too much, long time. Look at that. I love this one. This one is one of my favorites. Just, oh wow. You never know what you're gonna get, guys. You can pick your colors, but you can't pick your moment. And so yeah, that's pretty much extremely random. I love random. I think that's what I liked about No Man's Sky, was the possibilities. And that's what I like about the paintings. It just brings so much joy. If you guys need joy in bring it in. Get involved. Get some canvases and just start experimenting, guys. That's what I did. And experimentation's what we all did. And that's how we all got here. But yeah, look at the finished product of the first one. I think that is brilliant. Maybe not for everybody, this color. It's a bit full on, but yeah, you can do many different styles. Guys, thanks so much for sticking around. Hope you brought something happy into your lives, guys, and some fun times. I mostly do game reviews and VR stuff, but painting, I guess it's a painting channel now as well. So come by next week and I'll have more paintings for you and more techniques, guys. I'll use a hairdryer next time. What about that? We'll use some hairdryer techniques. I'm Sarah from 190. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, share your videos with your neighbors, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.
On